agenda. Community events are listed at various dates that the town offices will be closed, and various other dates of importance, including Veterans Day, Thanksgiving Day. One thing that's not noted on there is the Saturday, October the 9th, is the Rosendale Run. It will be happening up in,
It's Saturday.
It is Saturday the 8th,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Saturday the 8th. And for the board's perusal is the certificate of insurance that I just gave each one of you. Should cover that all.
I just want to mention that there still would greatly welcome any volunteers the day of Rosendale runs, that day, Saturday or the day before, Friday for the pumpkin party at the youth center. So if you are interested, you can, let's see, who should we contact? I guess
Online.
yeah, online, Rosendale, you can look up Rosendale runs probably. Want the card to scheduling.
That's on Friday? You said?
There's, the Friday evening, there's a pumpkin party. I think they do the registration.
We do the
Then
registration
two.
Friday night also, and
Yeah, at the
Saturday
same
morning.
time. It's
Good,
like at the
that's
same
great.
time. And then Saturday.
Yep, I got an email for Rosendale Runs here. RosendaleRuns@gmail.com.
Oh, great.
Interested in volunteer.
Oh, right.
If anybody could just expand a little bit on the Rosendale runs and where the profits going, the proceeds and all that, because it's been an ongoing event for many years, very
Right.
successful.
Well, this one actually, there was the Plains Run
Yes.
for many, many years that was run by Chris, Chris Pion, right? And that was a really fun run that was in August every year. And this event that run ended, but it had been a fundraiser for the playground. It was I think the sole source of funds for the playground capital account. And the Rosendale runs this big October event, which is much bigger because it has several races. It was last year was the first year, and they raised, how much did they raise for the pool? Like
$8,900.
$8,900? Yeah. So it was a huge benefit for the pool. And this year, I think that they're not certain. I mean, it gets donated to the town rec facilities, but I think that they're trying to figure out what exactly they want to put it to this year. So, but it'll benefit us, the town, in some way.
Just shows the enthusiasm of our townspeople to see an issue, jump on it, look to fix it. So
Yeah.
good luck to everybody on Saturday.
All right.
If there are any more community events, I don't see anybody. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Councilman Hughes for the purpose of making a motion.
I would like to make a motion to accept the resignation of Eric Hines, Code Enforcement Officer, effective October 21st,
I'll
2016.
I'll second that with regret.
So we're not moving.
John offered the motion. Jen
Okay.
second. I'll ask for a roll.
Roll. Councilman Hughes?
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger?
Yes.
Councilman Kowski?
Yes.
And again, defer to Councilman Hughes for the purpose of the motion.
And to replace Eric Hines in that position, I would like to make a motion to hire Joe Puzwinski as Code Enforcement Officer / Fire Marshal at $15 per hour for no more than 20 hours per week.
Second.
Roll. Councilman Hughes?
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger?
Yes.
Councilman Kowski?
Yes.
At this point, I'd ask the town clerk to present the town board with the 2016 tentative town budget.
2017.
Did I say 16?
Well, this is.
It says
16.
2016, but it should be
I
2017.
what it says, I apologize to the board.
Well,
2017.
Not your fault.
Whoever prepared the
2016
agenda.
stays with a cat.
We're heard the case.
So as tradition is, when the town board gets the tentative budget, they will take that, review it, have an opportunity to come up with questions, revisions, and I believe that next week you'll have a further discussion during the town board workshop meeting.
Yes.
I'm going to open it up to the town board to have any discussion with regard to the budget at this point. If not, we'll move on to the next item.
I think we'll need, or at least I will need time to review it.
Same here.
We can
Yeah.
move on.
Okay. With that said, we'll move to the second item, and it would be a review of schedule a public hearing for a tax cap override. You have some paperwork in your folders if you choose to have some discussion with regard to that. Now we'll move on to the next event.
I'll just be brief, that we had this discussion last year, the tax cap law was arguably a good idea, and it's done its service, and there's nothing left to cut at this point. So if you use Rosendale, many towns in a position that
If
we
we've,
consider.
are all towns in a really bad position because there are changes, like the minimum wage increase, and that happens to be this year's issue, but there's medical insurance cost increases and all of these increases that are out of town government's control that makes it impossible to stay below that cap. So
It's just
it
right.
puts, sorry, in an untenable situation.
It's a .68 this year.
0.68,
It's actually 2% or.
which is right, or the rate of inflation.
Yeah.
So that's just absolutely impossible. So,
Is it tempting to be somewhat diplomatic and just say, looking back at the point when it was implemented, there were opportunities to improve efficiency for sometimes.
It'll be
We're
good
now
cop,
at
bad cop.
Yeah. Was, oh, just the general environment we're operating in.
Yeah,
All true.
yeah, yeah.
John, any further comments?
No, I covered it exactly.
All right, with that said, we'll move on to the next item. And that's to schedule a public hearing for the 2017 High Falls Water District budget. Very similar to what we just discussed. That has to do with the High Falls Water District, and there's paperwork in your folders to reflect that budget. Any comment with regard to that? I'm sure the board is going to take both on next week with regard to a public hearing.
Mhm. Yeah, no discussion.
Okay, we'll move on to the next item, item 4, schedule a public hearing for the preliminary budget, which after the board has had an opportunity to peruse this budget, have conversation with the supervisor, we'll come up with a preliminary budget that you guys will then have a public hearing on. This is my next, unless there's any discussion.
Well, we had to
Isn't
get
it?
through all of these items so that we can have enough time to discuss the Howard.
That's the big one.
one.
I'm actually looking forward to this, because I get to sit back and listen to you guys banter back and forth, and have absolutely no input. So every year, the town board establishes a curfew for Halloween, and usually at the workshop meeting previous to the town board meeting, there's a spirited discussion as to the times. So at that point, I'd like to open it up to the town board to have that discussion.
So this year it's on a.
It's on a Monday.
Oh, it's on a Monday?
Yeah.
10:30.
10:30?
Yep.
I always err on the later side.
Me too. Last year it was 9:30, right? As per your.
We did it, yeah.
'Cause it was on a Friday
Later
night.
because it was on a Friday.
Or
Yeah.
Saturday night.
This is how I look at it. On Monday, I work till about 5:30. By the time I get home, get my son in costume at 6. And by the time I walk down Main Street and all the way up James Street with a 4-year-old, it's gonna be 9 o'clock.
I think that based on that empirical
Mhm.
input and
Anecdotal,
evidence, yeah, I'm in favor
We
of
did
it.
9:30 on a Saturday.
Right.
And then, it's been as early as
8:30, I think. Yeah.
sure if
my
we're being
house, but I.
If we what?
I'm not sure if we're being spirited enough for our deputy here.
Well, there's, you
No,
know,
no,
the
no,
size,
please.
Six
the,
nine sounds fine.
the folks who, if they were here, might chime in. There's some elderly folks who feel like there's still kids knocking on my door after 9. So if it's
Right.
later than 9, on a weeknight, it could be.
Yeah,
And the idea of a curfew really isn't that that's when you're supposed to pick them up, but that's when they're supposed to be home.
Yeah.
Huh.
So by saying 9,
right.
Quick one, I'm from
Yeah.
your house at 8:55.
Yeah, you can still knock it 2
Yeah.
minutes to 9 and run home.
that's what your neighbors say.
Yeah.
Um,
9 sounds fine to me. Seems reasonable.
What do you think, Chris?
Seems better to me.
All right,
Uh,
9 that's what
So
we'll
we'll-
recommend today.
Okay, right.
I will let the supervisor know that the
Yes,
board
please.
has recommended a 9 o'clock curfew.
Please let her know.
The next item on the agenda is a review of support for the JCAP grant, and that's for the court.
Yeah.
So there'll be some discussion next week in regard to that. You guys can have your say.
We'll support that.
Next item on the agenda is a change work order for the Still Pond Water Treatment Plant. That has to do with,
We just did a change work order.
Yes.
This is another one?
Yeah.
the change work order, the number 3 change work order has to do with an addition of a sump pump.
For the.
Yes, for the metered starter.
Mhm.
Okay. And the second item on the agenda is work order number 4, and that's just an extension of the deadline for the project.
Mhm.
Do we have a projected date for that extension?
Do not know.
I don't
that
know
We
either.
information.
I
don't
talked to
They're
Terry
looking to
about it.
extend it to the end of this month,
Okay.
so.
Okay. And if we say no, what happens?
Main
Right.
Street would be the least of your worries.
Yes. Well, we're all eager for that project, that piece of it to be completed. So, that was fairly short for
Not
you.
bad, huh?
Ken.
Not bad at all.
Wow.
Not bad at all.
Wow.
The correspondence or something like Pickle Fest? I saw there was something.
Yes,
like
yes,
Pickle
yes.
Fest.
There is a, I'm sorry, there is a late addition, and that is the
Yeah.
site plan for the Pickle Fest. Billy couldn't be here this evening, but he will be here next week to discuss
Oh,
site
yeah.
plan with you.
Yeah, good.
And I believe you will have site plan in your folder, correct?
We have it from the past.
Okay.
And I'm sure that Osgood Rosendale runs, that Pickle Fest is also still looking for volunteers to help.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Pickle Fest is
yeah.
always looking for volunteers.
Which you can-
Basically, just this small number of chamber members. that-
Right, so
that
if
do
anybody
it.
was interested in volunteering, we go through the Chamber of Commerce website.
I volunteer to eat anything on Saturday, pickles and deep fried.
You're doing your part. I
Okay.
guess, make a
Motion
motion
to-
to.
Motion paid.
Pay the bills.
Pay the bills.
Motion paid.
Section. Aye, aye, aye.
Aren't you guys glad
Okay.
you came today?
No.
We're
they're
almost,
part of it.